So tell me, what kind of a stone, and then what kind of materials are you working with there?
This stone is a lion paw oyster shell, and I'm working with 14 karat gold fill wire, and I am doing a wrap that is called Sculpted. And this wrap is done using basically 4 wires, and then you add just a small wire at the top to hold your bail together while you complete the wrap and finish your bail. I don't follow patterns. I don't do anything like that. So my pieces are all unique and different. So it's all in how I feel about the stone and how the wire lays. And
So the stone talks to you.
kind of, yeah. My husband laughs at me, but yeah. I mean, if I don't like the stone, or if I don't, it makes it more difficult to wrap.
Yep. So is it all done by twisting and turning? Or do you use any kind of solder, or glue or anything?
No glue, no solder. Most everything is done twisting and tucking and wrapping. And as I do this, you'll see that I use very few tools. Most everything is done with my fingers. My thumbs are the best tools I have, which is why it wears your hands out so quickly. I use tools to tuck my ends to make sure they're flat, to make sure that I don't have any wire sticking out, or to do something like that. But for the most part, everything is done with your fingers, and it does wear hard on your hands, but that's okay too.
Well, do you sort of get your hands toughened up the more you do this, right?
You do.
So you don't feel it as much, or calloused, or whatever the word is for what happens there, surely.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your business, or whatever. You call yourself?
The business is Wire Wonders. I opened Wire Wonders and did shows, craft shows, for a while, and then came here to Gatlinburg and purchased the business here. I've been about 8.5 years making jewelry. I do pendants, I do earrings, I do beaded bracelets, like the one I have on, and I am getting ready to start doing the wire bracelets, and eventually we'll do rings as well. So it's a multitude of different types of jewelry. I do work in 14 karat gold fill wire and argentium silver. I work in natural stone. I work in dichloric glass, and will eventually work in gemstones as well.
What does argentium mean?
Argentium silver is a step above sterling. Sterling the argentium has a slightly higher silver content in it, so it doesn't tarnish as quickly as sterling does. So cleans the same way, just doesn't tarnish as quickly.
Does it bend and twist better? And does 14 karat bend and twist better, or why do you use those kind?
I use those because of the quality of the wire. It's the best quality for what I do, and it holds up better for the client.
And then in your world, then, does a harder or softer wire work better? Which one do you work with?
What I worked with here was half hard.
Oh.
So it doesn't kink as easily as a soft wire does.
it'll
But
hold
it's
its shape
different
over time
things.
as well
It
when you wear
does.
some
It
stuff
does.
like that.
But it's different wires for different things. Bracelets use a different wire than pendants do, and rings use a different wire than bracelets, and you use different gauges. So we work with everything from 16 gauge all the way up to 24. Of course, the larger the number, the smaller the gauge, the smaller the wire. And we use everything from soft to hard.
Uh-huh.
So and we use mostly square for pendants, but we do use some round for rings and that kind of thing.
So if someone had their own stone that they're fond of, can they bring it to you and you do something to it?
They can bring it to me. I will look at it and give them an estimate on how much it would cost to wrap the stone. And if I can do it, obviously there are some stones out there that I'm not able to wrap depending on, you know.
Shape and size, right?
Exactly. But I would be happy to look at it and give them an estimate, and then I can wrap it, ship it, and that kind of thing.